Haute Couture Fashion Week, an exciting time for big luxury groups, but also for a dozen or so smaller labels, creating beautiful and unique clothes for a demanding clientele. For next summer's collection, Italian designer Donatella Versace is sticking with classical silhouettes and a powerful feminine aesthetic. Her creations are either laced, slashed, or slit. But haute couture is also about pushing boundaries. Less sensual but more experimental is the performance of sculptures offering from Dutch designers Viktor and Rolf. Their work fuses clothing with visual arts. Think Braque or Picasso turned designers. Ad specialists in surrealism Schiaparelli, 50-year-old Bertrand Guyon is revealing his second collection for the resurgent label. It's inspired by the pleasure of creating and sharing wonderful meals. The standout piece, a jacket made with layers of fabric and embroidery made with braided wheat.
Finding someone who can do this sort of thing is extremely complicated. I see it as something quite high-tech, creating these items that are extremely rare.
Couture is all about intricate handiwork and the subtle interplay between contrasting fabrics. That's certainly the case with Parisian designer Boucherat Gérard, whose fluid silhouettes demand to be seen.
It was interesting to merge a French silken velvet with lace from Calais on an English peacoat, and to arrive at a look that Prince or Sergeant Pepper would be proud of.
Designer Yiqing Yin is more interested in the trappings of rock and roll. Braided leather, metal chains, ropes and even some piano strings find their way into her work. She named her latest collection Blooming Ashes.
It's about a woman who's arming herself, a woman who creates her body, her armour, her clothes by using the debris generated by a faltering society, who takes what's left and makes something beautiful from it. That's where survival becomes something sublime.
Couturiers are storytellers, and when their visions are clearly inscribed into the clothes they produce, that translates into sales. For Ece Ece, the founder of the Franco-Turk label Dice Kayak, designers aren't so different from magicians.
This new couture collection is a dream. It's about a surreal state of mind. All the heroines from all the fairy tales we know and love. You could say it was all a bit dark side of the cute, a little altered. There's some sense of a transformation into something quite dark.
Sometimes the story isn't so easily detected, or at least there's no tangible narrative. At Armani, faithful clients and buyers alike are here for one thing and one thing only: the clothes.
Very beautiful, very soft and smooth, and it's pretty much of a very unique collection. It's amazing how the designer could actually make so many beautiful looks with the use of only one color.
Elsewhere, nostalgia is having something of a moment. At Julien Fournier, it's all about the 1980s. Hair is big and makeup theatrical, an escape into a dazzling past.
In those islands from James Bond, those islands we all dream about, there are loads of birds of paradise flowers, philodendrons, hibiscus plants, all sorts of incredible colours, colour that reaches up into the sky.
The Lebanese Elie Saab is going even further back, to 1911, when a young English woman arrives in Delhi for the first time, an era of discovery when women fought to break free from the shackles of society, including the corset.
I think we did an amazing job. I think we offered a very relaxed version of haute couture. Our young clients want haute couture pieces. A jacket, trousers, boots, a bag that are different and unique.
Now to the end of the 19th century, Italian designer Giambattista Valli can often be found wandering around the gardens of Paris, le Luxembourg, les Tuileries and le Parc Monceau, in search of a spot of Napoleonic history.
It was a revolutionary time, very brief but very intense. In such a short time, he revolutionized the very idea of design and aesthetics.
Another designer turning heads, Chinese Guo Pei. She uses more than 300 embroiders, putting in an astonishing 50,000 hours to bring her collections to life. Invited by the national body charged with overseeing haute couture, this is her first time in Paris.
I've been choosing haute couture for 20 years. 20 years dedicated to haute couture that have really allowed me to understand the essence of haute couture and also its power. Haute couture isn't constrained by a temporal straitjacket. It goes beyond time, and it's not just reserved for the French, it's there for all humanity to enjoy.
That may be so, but it's only in Paris you'll find the official haute couture stamp of approval.